All right, Kayane, we are
Yeah.
here in France, and
Yeah.
thank you for joining on to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm
Yeah?
happy that we just had lunch and you could eat some good French food.
Yes, you showed me the. See, I always say crepe,
Crepe.
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 So we've been crepe,
Crepe.
crepe. I can't roll my
you can't
tongue.
really say that, but that's okay.
It's really hard for me to roll my tongue. The crepe.
That's worse. That's even worse. It's okay. Don't worry.
One day I'll learn basic French. So obviously I wrote down some questions I want to ask you, and some are fun, some are normal, some are just regular. But the first one is how famous are you in France?
How famous?
Yeah, how famous? You're like pretty famous, super
Oh.
famous, superstar.
Because I work on a TV show
Yeah.
that is called Team Game One.
Team
so
Game
it's a
One.
video games TV channel, Game One. And I worked there for more than 10 years.
Oh, 10 years.
Yeah, but at first I was invited to this channel when
it's like
I
a
was
guest.
a very small
Oh.
little girl.
Oh, okay.
I was 10 years old at first,
Yeah.
and I was invited because I was a Soulcalibur champion back
Yes,
then.
yes.
And because 10 years old little girl that beat a lot of men. That was
That's pretty big
attractive.
story.
That was an attractive story to tell about, and I was invited to play
Yeah.
in this show. And years later, they would ask me. So when I was 20 years old,
Yeah.
they would think what this little girl have become.
Yeah, what are you doing now?
Yeah. So they saw I was still competing in tournaments,
Yep.
and they wanted to have a female presence in the show.
Yes.
So they sent me a mail and asked if I would be able to work with them on
Okay.
the TV channel. So of course I said yes.
Wow.
Before I was just famous in France as a competitive fighting games player.
Yes.
And that's it. But now I think it's more like the video games industry
As a whole.
in France that
Yeah.
I'm famous to.
Yeah, I saw you post a lot of like not just fighting game, just like if it's like yesterday, Nintendo Switch
Yes.
2 came out and everything. You're posting about it and all the games that you're excited for. Were you happy about the Nintendo Switch 2?
I think it's very expensive. Very expensive.
You think it's too expensive?
It's way too expensive.
Mm.
I thought it would be like 400 bucks,
Yes.
but it's much more than that.
Unless you buy it from Japan, it's cheaper.
Yeah, but it's only Japanese.
Yeah.
So it's I think really hard for families to
Yeah.
buy this kind of price.
Maybe because they added too many features, because it's like a streamer mode, right? You got the share, the chat. It's
Yeah.
too many functions.
There are too many things, and I think that's way too expensive also for the games.
Okay.
Like you have Mario for 80, 90 bucks.
Hey, wait, that's how much the game costs?
Yes.
So we went from $60 games to $80, $90
Yes.
games.
That's too
So
too
Mario,
expensive.
so the Mario Kart's like $90. Donkey Kong's like $90.
No, it's just Mario, I think.
It's just Mario.
It just depends on the game. So I think Donkey Kong is $10 cheaper.
Okay.
Yes, and depending on if you buy physical
Oh, and digital.
or digital.
That counts too.
Yes,
Wow.
and digital is cheaper.
Yeah, of course. Digital's
So
cheaper.
they do cheaper, but all the video game shops are going to die because of that.
Yeah.
Because
that's
the
true.
games are already expensive. So
Yeah.
it will just make the shops die faster.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I could tell that you're very into the industry based off your answer already. That was such like your TV show answer, right? Okay. But were you excited about, you're very famous for Soulcalibur. They announced the Soulcalibur 2 for the GameCube
yeah,
Classic.
Yeah. We were on the show when we saw the Nintendo Direct,
Yeah.
and I saw Soulcalibur 2. I shouted,
like,
I
"Oh my
screamed,
God."
oh my god, Soulcalibur 2, that's my game. And they even show my character,
Yeah,
Zhenghua, so
Zhenghua.
I was even more happy. So yeah, I feel like, we are in 2025, and we don't hear anything from Bandai Namco about Soulcalibur.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect actually that it would be Nintendo,
Yeah, for
such a
reals.
big conference to announce it in front of the world. So it's like I'm very happy just because we talk again about my favorite game.
Yeah. A lot of fighting games actually have been shown on the previous Nintendo Directs. So,
Yes.
so I was thinking, when they saw the GameCube, I'm like, okay, Smash Brothers Melee didn't come out. But when Soulcalibur 2 came out, it was really exciting. And then I was thinking, okay, the real question is, because it's GameCube, will they have Link? And then they showed Link.
They show Link.
Yeah, because you know, those are like really rare IPs and stuff, right? Like characters and license, and I love the fact that they got them there.
Yeah, I think if you have all Soulcalibur games, like Soulcalibur 3, 4, 5, 6, when they have guest characters, and now if you want them back in a new version, like HD remaster, you can't really have them back.
Okay.
Like, you know, Soulcalibur 4 with Yoda, Darth Vader, Apprentice.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can have them now because it would cost too
much money for the licensing.
Disney.
Yes.
And having Soulcalibur 2 with Link, I think that's the best move that could do Nintendo, because Bandai Namco would not try to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it would cost too much money to have Link.
Yes.
If they publish the game.
Okay.
So I'm happy that Nintendo does it.
I don't know if they have online or anything like that, but
I don't know too.
yeah, but if they do, hopefully it's good. Yeah, hopefully it's good if they have online, because I think there was some that you could play online from the SNES and Nintendo one. But I'm not too sure. But at least you have offline, right?
I hope that they improve netcode.
Okay.
Yeah, for Switch.
Yeah. All right. You worked on. I remember I saw you had like a presentation with Nacon.
Yes.
Right? And so that was the joystick. So from my understanding, it was like this is the joystick that you worked on and you QA'd on. Like, so this is like your joystick.
Yeah, my arcade stick with Nikon called the Daija.
Yeah.
It was a project we had together with the general director of products in Nikon.
Yeah.
So at first they had me as a guest sometimes to have like feedbacks on the controllers.
Yeah.
So they really like me. I like them because it's a French company too, and I was happy to help. And I said in a random conversation, I said, "So when about the arcade stick? When are you going to make one?"
Yes.
And they look at me and say, "Why not?" At first it was a joke.
Yeah.
And they really look at me and say, "Why not?" I said, "Okay, it's a deal."
It's a deal. Let's do it.
Let's do it then. And we started to have our first meetings about it. So it just became something really happening.
So it just happened by accident.
Yeah, just say that as a joke.
Okay.
You know? And because I was talking to Yannick, who was a general director for that, he's someone that is really joyful, really happy about his job. He likes making new projects, new products.
Yeah.
So I think I just say that to the right person to actually make a new one.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big joystick collector as well too. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I need to go get one, and I need to like just have it, right? Just because it's like, you know, like my friends worked on it. So that's always my thing. Anytime I see somebody I know make a product or help a product, I always have to go get it, right?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
you have a big collection.
I do.
Besides that, you do. I do too.
I do. But now it's more of a big collection of leverless controllers. Even though I don't play leverless, like I just have a lot of them.
You know, I started to play my Shiranui in 356 with leverless.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. Like I cannot play Chun-Li with a leverless because
charge,
and it's so hard to play a character you already know for years in a
that makes sense.
certain way of playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a controller or arcade stick, but if you learn that same character, that same combos on a new type of controller, I think it's so different.
Yeah, that's true.
And very difficult.
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn my Shiranui with a new type of controller I didn't know before. So I started to play her with a leverless, and it was as if I always played leverless.
Okay, so if you entered a tournament, you would have to bring 2 controllers then.
No,
right?
I would not be able
leverless
to.
for my joystick for Chun-Li.
I know some players did.
Like Tokido did it before,
Tokido.
but he never used the joystick. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah,
he
worked that.
Yeah, he brought 2. I never seen him use the joystick at all.
I think it depends on which character he would use.
That's
like
true.
Urien or Akuma.
Yeah.
And
Street Fighter 5.
Yes.
I remember that, but I just never seen him ever use a joystick ever again.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case you have a trick.
For only one matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about this earlier. How do you feel about me watching Emily in Paris?
You know, I didn't watch that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't know.
Curious now because every time you talk about Paris, you mention that show.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that popular in US?
A lot of people. I mean, when I was walking around, I see tour guides, right? Like the little tour shops, and a lot of tour shops says you can get a tour guide to take you to Emily in Paris locations.
How much do you pay for that?
I'm not gonna pay for it because I could just
I'm not gonna pay for that.
because I could just Google and look for it. But I'm saying that they are selling that as a package here for tourists.
Oh my gosh.
It's a really good show.
The people that live near these places,
Yeah.
they're really annoyed by that.
Oh.
You know, there are normal people living their normal
like
life.
in apartments
and then because
restaurants.
there's a show around that, they have a lot of tourists coming to
Take
their
pictures,
place, take
yeah.
pictures in front of their apartments.
So you're telling me I shouldn't do that?
They should.
I want to though. I want to go to Gabriel's restaurant. Yeah, I want to go to Emily's apartment building and take a picture of it. But even Luffy was telling me that that's all they do is take pictures and everything like that.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that mean they could charge higher rent?
That's
See,
true.
you gotta think about the pros and not
Yeah.
just the cons.
Yeah, I think the people, they should leave their place. They should live somewhere else and rent.
Just sell it, right?
And rent this place
Yeah.
a much bigger price.
Like you sell it as an Airbnb.
Yeah,
right?
like live
You want to
like
stay.
Emily
You want to
Paris.
live like Emily. See? Come on, you gotta
Yeah,
think
we're
about
good
it,
business people.
right?
We're good business.
Our kebabs.
Oh no.
FGC's most favorite food in France.
No.
You know, because that's what I think about France. Like 10 years ago, when I used to come to France a lot for tournaments, right? Every time
You
I
didn't
finished a
have
tournament.
me as a friend back then.
Yes, but
That's why.
Okay, but after hours, after a tournament, where do you normally eat?
Okay, so so yes, that's true. Because after a tournament, most of the places
it's like
they're
10,
closed.
11. Yeah.
But the restaurants are closed, so people go to kebab or McDonald's, KFC.
I'd rather have kebabs at McDonald's than KFC though. Well, actually, McDonald's in France is pretty good
It's good.
because they.
I also prefer KFC here.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, because France, okay, so I don't know if you know or you know too much about McDonald's. France has the curry dipping sauce for chicken nuggets.
Yes.
They don't have that anywhere else in the world.
Oh.
So America doesn't have that. Japan doesn't have that. Only France. So every time I see McDonald's, I always want to go to McDonald's and just get the curry dipping sauce.
Just for that.
It's weird because why would France have curry dipping sauce? Why wouldn't Japan
we have a
have?
specialty. I know we have.
Is curry popular in France?
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's more popular in Japan.
I guess because a lot of Indian restaurants here,
Yes, there is.
right? Okay.
There are a lot of Indian, Japanese, Chinese
Yeah.
also.
So we went to a crepe place. What's your favorite food in France? Like if you're like, all right, I'm gonna go eat today. Where am I going to eat? Where are you going to eat?
Where I would go eat, I think I would eat. If it's not French food,
Yeah.
pho.
I mean,
Vietnamese.
you're because you are Vietnamese.
I am Vietnamese.
So,
I like pho.
I heard pho's really good here.
But you know lo clac.
I like pho. Yeah, I love pho.
But the lo clac.
What's that? Oh, bolaklak.
Lo clac.
What's that? That's the beef, right? The beef cubes?
Yeah, the beef with
Yeah.
the red rice.
Yeah, I know that.
But that's funny because when I go to US, I mention that and the people look at me like, what are you
Oh,
saying?
you mean you're going to the restaurant and order it? Because the way you're saying it, I don't even understand it. You're saying it properly,
How do
but
you say it?
bolaklak.
Oh,
Bolaklak.
bo lo clac?
Yeah, because you're saying it in like a French Vietnamese style.
Yeah.
So I think the Vietnamese people don't understand French Vietnamese.
No.
Because I was like, what are you talking about?
We are talking about the same thing,
Yeah,
right?
but I didn't know
With
what
the
you were
egg.
saying. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Egg,
about.
Yes.
The
Okay.
beef cubes.
That's my favorite.
Luffy was telling me how he was like, do you like this, right? He showed me a picture. It's pate. And I was,
Pate?
yeah, and I was
Pad Thai?
no pate, like
Oh,
the liver, right?
Yes.
The spread.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I love it. I eat it on banh mi's all the time. He's like, no. It's so much different in France.
Yeah, it's really different.
Really?
Yes.
Is it like stronger or?
I think it's stronger.
So
But I think you like even the cheese, right? You like the duck.
I do love the duck.
I was afraid that you would not like that.
Yeah.
But you liked it.
Oh yeah, I love the duck here. The duck is amazing here.
So I think the pate, you
Okay.
would love that too.
See, but now I'm kind of curious to see how the pho is here because
Oh, very good.
they said pho is really good in France.
But only in the what we call Paris 13. It's a quarter of Paris.
It's an area.
The Chinese town.
Ah, okay.
Of Paris, yeah.
So the Chinatown has the best pho.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more Chinese, Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's where I'm supposed to go get the pho.
Oh yeah, don't go anywhere else.
There's some hot pot places around my hotel. I shouldn't go there.
Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, near the Louvre.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think
It's all tourist stuff.
tourists, yeah, you're in a really rich place.
Oh, am
I
I?
think so.
Okay.
And near the Louvre, it's
Okay.
So yeah, but Luffy know all the place.
All the restaurants. Okay.
If I stay 1 week with Luffy, I'm
Yeah.
going to get so much weight.
Oh, because he takes you to all the good food places.
Yes, I know places that I've never been that are very good.
Yeah.
My first hot pot was with him.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
And he knew exactly how to do that.
How to do that and everything like that.
Yes.
All right.
He's a good eater, good drinker.
Bad influence with drinking. Don't
Yeah.
drink with Luffy because if you have to work the next day, it's not good.
If you have Luffy calling you, yeah, yeah, you know it's a bad sign.
Yeah. So you were super young when you were competing, right? So did your family support you with the competitions?
So I started with my brothers.
Yeah.
So they are 7 and 11 years older than me.
Okay.
So at first they were champion on Tekken.
Oh, okay.
But me, Tekken was not my game.
Not your game.
I thought it was too slow, too robotic. In
Yeah,
the
too
movement.
robotic. Old Tekken was like that,
Yes.
yes.
No, I fell in love with Soulcalibur 1 and Dead or Alive 2.
Mm-hmm.
So my brothers, when they saw me being in love with these games, they said, oh, so when we have our Tekken tournaments, they have a Soulcalibur Dead or Alive 2 tournaments too. You should go there because you're actually good.
Yeah.
My brothers, they beat me and they would train me and made me meet their friends.
Yeah.
And I beat their friends.
Yeah.
So when I was 7 years old already, I played Soulcalibur 1.
Oh.
And they made me play against their 20 years old friends.
Beating the
And
adults.
beating them.
Yes.
So they were like, oh, okay, you're good. Not only against us, but also against our
Other
friends.
people. Yeah.
So you should go to tournaments too.
Okay.
So that's how it started. I went to tournaments. My parents, because they were used to see my brothers
Yes.
going tournaments, they felt like it was quite natural.
Yeah.
So they thought it was just like me and with my brother going outside in Paris, visiting.
Yeah, visiting.
They don't imagine what a tournament looked like.
Yeah.
They don't know how it is.
Yeah.
So what matters was that I come back at home.
A specific
Yeah,
time.
a specific time,
Yeah.
and then that's it. But when I started to have good results and that I would go to the tournaments every weekend,
Yeah.
they would start wondering what it is.
Yeah.
And they would start being, disturbed, but
Okay, like worried.
worried by that because they would be afraid that I would not be good in class.
Too much video games and
Video
everything.
games and what they did was if you have good marks at school, then you can go to tournaments.
Okay, so you had
So
to.
I studied very hard
Study
at
very
school
hard.
so that I could go to tournaments.
Yeah.
And all the casual sessions on weekends too. I trained with a lot of friends every weekend.
Yeah.
And then I would have tournaments in big conventions in France. And also Asenka, that organized the Red Bull Comité.
Yeah.
He was the first to organize Soulcalibur tournaments in
Oh,
France.
then he's that old school then.
That's where all the scene started. Yeah.
Okay.
Asenka is very big deal in France.
He looks so young.
He's, to me, very young looking.
Yeah, he looks very young.
Yeah, it's not that young now.
Yeah,
Because he's been a while now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't look like he was part of the scene back in the day.
He was already organizing.
Yeah, I didn't know he was organizing for that long now.
He did so many tournaments. He did the World Game Cup in Cannes,
Yeah.
which was a very big era in fighting games in Europe. We had Daigo also traveling to World Game Cup.
Yeah.
And there was a world tournament in Soulcalibur 2 with 200 people, Americans coming, and a lot of Asian people too. So yeah, it was big deal back then.
You remember you went to the MOG in Ohio, and then I think it was in Ohio.
MOG, yes, Majorling Gaming.
Yeah, and we played Soulcalibur. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
You played Shiba.
You beat me 50-0. It was like really bad. I couldn't get one.
Did you play that long?
Yeah.
Did you really accept it?
I wanted to try.
So much.
I wanted to try to win one game.
I know. Because you tried a long time.
Yeah, I wanted to try a long time, and then I think you were playing Viola.
Viola.
Yeah, cheap ass character.
I know.
Cheap-ass
I don't know.
character.
I'm not attracted by every Asian or white hair girl.
Yeah. But yeah, you played me. You were playing, but I was like, okay, I just want to win one game. But we played up to 50 games. And I won 0. You beat me 50-0.
50-0.
Yeah, that's what I remember. It was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was an ass beating.
But I remember that I would tell you that you're good though.
No, but I wasn't good. I was just random. Because I never really got into Soulcalibur. It wasn't like my type of vibe. Because guard button. I don't like guard
button?
I don't like guard button games.
But Virtua Fighter, have you tried?
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Right? And then I only played Zeba because he has the super where you super and then it was a parry at the same time. There's like double damage.
Ah, yes. Yeah,
right?
that was a scrubby.
That was my gimmick.
That was a scrubby super.
You said that was scrubby. Yeah, that was a scrubby super.
Scrubby super, yeah.
You make a lot of comebacks with that super though.
That's the only way you could have some rounds.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's true. You're not wrong. But yeah, did you like traveling to the MOGs and stuff?
Yes, I remember I traveled with Kiev.
Yeah, Kiev.
He was a Evo Japan 2018 or 19 champion, and yeah, I think it was nice because being able to travel when I was 21 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that you were so young that time.
Yeah, that was like an adventure, being able to go to tournaments, try to win, even the cash prize, because I think it was Anaheim or another country and another city, but I got second. Kiev got first. I got vice champion, and then we had some good cash prize.
Yeah, those good cash prizes.
And actually just served to pay the trip.
Oh, because it wasn't like the sponsor,
we were not
no sponsor.
Really.
You just when you won, you're like we broke even.
Okay, yeah, we traveled to take some American cash prize.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's good that you won, that you guys won, but it just sucked that you didn't make a profit from it. You know what I mean?
Then it was really difficult.
It was very difficult, yeah.
We didn't have, the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel, the social networks as it is right now.
Yeah, it's different now, yeah.
Now I have plenty of sponsors, but back then it was difficult.
Yeah.
I had Mad Cats though.
Yeah.
But Mad Cats could not pay all the trips.
Yeah. Salary was different back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't have a salary for my tournaments.
Yeah.
So it was just me going to some special tournaments. Maybe like Evo, they would pay for that for the trips, but that's it.
People have it easy now, right?
Much more easier.
People have it easy now.
At least people like you, also that are famous and.
You're famous too, you know.
In my country, I need to be stronger, like worldwide in a new game to be famous, like I used to be in Soulcalibur.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think like the female gaming has gotten really popular in Japan, for example, right? With Street Fighter
I've
6.
seen the Street Fighter scene.
Yeah, it's super popular.
It's captivating. I don't know how they attracted so many girls playing.
The VTubers. You gotta get the
VTubers?
You gotta get the avatar, like the little VTuber avatar. That might help. I mean, okay, you won Evo 2010, right?
Yes.
The women's tournament. You got the gold stick. When you won, how did you feel?
I felt proud of me, not because it's a female tournament or whatever, because I only participated to mixed tournaments.
Yeah.
No, with guys and women in same tournament. But this tournament was special because it was the first one where I traveled myself.
Yes.
So.
By yourself.
By myself, like alone.
And then wait, so you were like under 21 then?
Yes, I was.
Like 18?
Wow, I was 19.
19.
19 years old.
Yeah.
So that was my first trip.
Outside of Europe.
My first trip alone. So I went for my first trip outside of Europe. It was 2019.
Okay.
2009, sorry.
Okay, 2009.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So it was Soulcalibur 4. I got 9th. So very close to top 8.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really depressed. Because I was so close to be one of the most international best players in my favorite game. So I was very disappointed to do that. And the year after, they said, oh, Street Fighter 4 all female invitational. And I didn't play Street Fighter.
You weren't known for Street Fighter back in the day.
I was not playing Street Fighter at all. So when they announced that, I was thinking that Street Fighter 4 is really interesting. It's a game I would like to play. Especially I was watching Nemo.
Yeah.
Nemo back then, playing Chun-Li in the arcades.
Yeah.
We had some videos of that on YouTube. And I was fascinated by his Chun-Li. So when they announced the female tournament, I was like, okay, I should get inspired by his Chun-Li, try to play as good as possible, try to go to this tournament and try to be the champion.
Yeah.
So that maybe I can have an international recognition and be sponsored. So that's how I thought. So I went myself. There was no French player there for any other game.
Oh, really?
I was really the only French player this year going. And I was there confident. And I really tried to be.
I mean, I felt like when I was watching, you washed everybody. You beat everybody pretty bad, I think.
I think it was. I think the only difficulty I had was Burn Your Brow when she took Guken.
Yeah, Goken, yeah.
Because I have no idea what to do against Guken. Yeah. So when she took that, I was not feeling good. She played Ken.
You beat her Ken pretty bad, yeah.
She picked Guken. I was like, oh no, she's going to jump all around. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I think she took one match and I beat her.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I think most of the female players, they played Blanca. I remember a lot of Blancas.
There was a Chun-Li very good called Lexi.
Oh, she played Chun-Li too?
Yeah, I think she was good and I thought she would go far in the tournament.
Yeah.
Sherry was there playing Sea Viper.
Sea Viper.
And there was a Bison player, Stephanie, I think.
Oh, did you remember that? The drama? With Sherry and her?
I know, right?
I totally forgot about that.
I don't, because I was really out of this community. I didn't know the players.
Yeah.
So I saw like they trash talk each other, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, the Bison girl is screaming.
They call her Bison Girl. That's right. That was her nickname. We didn't know her real name yet.
I didn't know too. So Bison Girl fighting with Cherry. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
I'm gonna message Sherry later. I'm gonna message Sherry later. I'm like, yo, you remember Bison Girl?
I remember that, right?
Yeah, that was good. That was a good memory.
Yes, so this tournament was important for me just for the self-confidence that to travel after all by myself or for any game.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, was happy.
Okay, so do you think they should run more female tournaments, or do you like it how it's like now, where it's like mixed?
So because I was in the esports scene since I was 9-10 years old.
Yeah.
I also saw, the Counter-Strike scene, Counter-Strike female scene, and the Counter-Strike like mixed tournament too. And I didn't see more mixed team, even after 20 years.
Yeah.
There's just a few, like a really few,
very few
that exist in Valorant maybe, but I don't really see that in Counter-Strike. And in Street Fighter, besides this all-female tournament they had at EVO, I didn't see that many.
Not many,
women coming more into competition. I see more female players that go to be interested in fighting games, but I don't see that many in my country, at least, going more in tournaments.
Yes.
But when I seen EVO, Las Vegas, there were 64 players, female players.
Oh, wow.
For me, I've never seen that many female players in my whole life.
This was last year, right? Or now?
No. I mean, EVO female tournament.
Oh, 2010. Okay. Yeah.
In 10, there was 64 players.
Yeah.
Going to EVO, Las Vegas, the life is rich there.
No, it's just expensive. It's not rich. Yeah.
It's very expensive. But you have 64 female players that are really serious enough to travel to Vegas and play Street Fighter. So I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
After that, I think a lot of people complain about, but it's a fighting games, it's esport. Why do you make female exclusive tournament? They don't need that, but actually they need that because of some people that had a really bad behavior with women.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's essential to attract more women to do some stuff only female related. Don't forget about the mixed stuff, of course, but just being able to do female events, it's important to do.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, there's some of the shooters, they have female only tournaments, right? Yeah, I feel like now there's so many female gamers that plays fighting games. You can actually run a female only tournament and have a lot of people. I think for Smash they also did it a few times at events.
Smash Sisters.
Yeah, Smash Sisters, there it is. So they did that for Smash, so it's like it makes sense to do it for like maybe a Tekken and a Street Fighter, right? Especially with how many players, let's say female players in Japan, they play now.
Yeah,
right?
I think there was a rule when you play the Evo female tournament.
Yeah.
That mentioned if you participate to all female tournament, you have to participate to the mixed tournament.
Oh yeah, that's the rule.
You cannot do
you can't just do one. Yeah.
And I think that rule was good because at least you had 64 in the mixed tournament.
Okay.
64 female players.
Yeah, I mean those are 64 brand new.
So much more.
Yeah.
Instead of 5 girls, you had
64
women. So I think it's good to have a rule like that.
Yeah.
And you do a female and you manage the schedule to at least they can do both.
Okay.
That I like it because right now in all the tournaments I don't see that many women. I only saw that at Evo. So
I mean, when you go to Evo Japan, I'm sure you'll see
at Evo Japan
lots of female players.
Yeah, it's so different.
Right.
They have some online tournament dedicated to women.
They do, yeah.
And they have like 300 people.
Yeah, I think Fudo's wife usually tries to organize it, or she has her female gaming team that is like all Street Fighter female players, right? Or other games as well too.
Yeah, I try to do more. I try to do more things to try to attract female players.
Well,
because after all 20 years being here, we are still like 5 in France to play, and I'm like, oh no, I should do something more, like more exclusive female things to make them reassured to at least go to mixed tournament after.
Well, this is what you do. You go to Evo Japan and you money match all the female Japanese Street Fighter players.
That's so American. Why money match them?
Well, it gets hype.
It gets hype.
It gets hype.
It's a big competition.
It's big. Exactly. Money match is a competition. It's put something on the line, make it play more serious.
I don't even do money match, guys.
I mean, nobody really does money match.
No.
Not many people do money matches these days anymore.
These days, right?
Yeah.
It's American thing. Like only guys play serious when we put money on the line.
I mean, it's not even an American thing. It's an old school thing. Because even American players now, they don't money match.
Why not, they?
I don't know.
It used to be such a thing.
It changed. I think after No More Canada Cup, it changed.
That's right? You're too rich now.
Yeah, I know.
They don't want to money match you.
No, because I blame Punk. It's Punk's fault.
Why?
Because Punk, let's say he gets mad, he'll be like, "Yo, let's money match, $10,000 on the line."
Oh, so now, that's too much.
So a lot of people can't be like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know, if it was $100, if it's $100, people will do it. But I think it's because usually most people will throw an absurd number because it's kind of like a bluff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if they say no online, it's kind of makes it feel like they chickened out. Right? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Right? Yeah. So I think maybe that's why money matches are not as hot anymore.
Once you say $10,000, when you money match someone for 100, it looks poor.
Nobody cares too much, right? So I read on your website that...
You did?
Yeah, I did.
This is all French.
I did a little bit. I mean, you could translate to English.
True.
Right? So maybe the translation's wrong, but it said you want to, eventually settle down and have some kids. Is that still true?
Settle down, kids?
Yeah, settle down and have kids. like become a mom, you know,
Site didn't say that.
It did.
No, what is this translation?
I read it.
My site didn't say that.
I read it. So I believe I read it where
my site is all professional.
Or maybe it was an interview. Sorry, it was an interview maybe.
No, even in interview, I don't talk about
it said,
that.
Okay, it said 10 years. After 10 years, you know, maybe I want to settle down.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes. Why did I'm not making it up. I was reading. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Maybe.
So, is that not the case anymore?
It should be the case.
It should be the case.
It should be the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
because I'm 34 this year.
So you're like traditional then, very traditional. Because you know a lot of American women, they're like, I don't want any kids, or I want to be not single, but like live a non-family life.
Actually, when I see my brothers have children and everything, I think it's a beautiful life too. Well, they're very tired.
Yeah,
they don't sleep and everything.
Oh, same. I understand that tiredness.
You know, but I think it's beautiful to have a child that you can put all your values into.
Yeah, teach them fighting games.
Yes,
right?
I would love that.
Yeah.
But I teach my nephew fighting games and they sleep when I explain that.
Yeah.
I try to explain my little nephew, 6 years old, to play modern Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
So I was like all teaching and everything for like 10 minutes.
Anti-air
and then I look at him and he was all sleeping.
Yeah.
And so I thought that, okay, it's not because it's my family that I should think that they would love a thing I love the same way. So he's not into fighting games, at least my nephew. But if I have children, I would try to teach them.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm going to send you the link where I found that line. So
That's
you know.
funny.
Because I think maybe it's an old article or something.
Maybe it's old.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you said it though.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm 34 years old. If I want children, I think I have to think of it.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite fighting game? Which obviously it's Soulcalibur. Which one though?
Except Soulcalibur?
No, which one? Which I know it's Soulcalibur, but which Soulcalibur?
Which one? Soulcalibur 2 and 6. Can I choose 2?
2 and 6.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 is I feel like most people's favorites.
I think so too. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, very fast. When you press a button, when you press direction, you move instantly. It's so fast. I just love the freedom you have in this game.
So you're hoping 1 year Evo comes back, Soulcalibur 2.
I would love that.
Right? Because I feel like eventually it could happen because they have the retro title now, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Soulcalibur 2 could come back. Or they might, what if they put Soulcalibur 6? If you had to choose, if you were the person in charge, are you making Soulcalibur 2 or Soulcalibur 6 the main game at Evo?
That's a difficult question, but I think Soulcalibur 6 as a returning game right now is too difficult. But Evo always have old games now to return. I think Soulcalibur 2 would attract a lot of players.
Like old players.
A lot of old players.
Yeah.
And I think also players like me who play Soulcalibur 6 too and want to play competitively in this game. Because you feel it's really fast. I think you have less things to learn compared to Soulcalibur 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, back in the day it has less mechanics.
It was, less mechanics.
Yeah.
No soul charge, crazy stuff, and
I mean, every game has crazy stuff now. No super. No, really like basics, fundamentals fighting game in 3D. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Soulcalibur 2 would be my choice.
Okay. I mean, I think everybody will love to see Soulcalibur 2 again.
And also because DTN won Evo in Soulcalibur 2.
You think he'll come back? You think he'll come back and play?
He will come back, I'm sure.
But he probably doesn't play now, but he would.
No, because he played Soulcalibur 6.
Oh, he plays 6. Yeah. Okay.
He was in tournaments. He went to all the tournaments organized.
Yeah.
And he just stopped because everything stopped about Soulcalibur 6.
Yeah.
But I think you say Soulcalibur 2 is on the line, Evo, he would come back.
He'll come back.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think America, they still run Soulcalibur 6 tournaments and like
American,
like side tournaments or online.
They do a lot of community tournaments.
Yeah, they do.
Like the community, a lot of games.
Yeah, a lot of games. That's right.
But in France, we don't have much place to do that.
Yeah, I think France is more like you have main games,
Yeah,
or
that's
like,
it.
or if you have a side game, it's like a dedicated community. Like Third Strike is pretty popular in France, but just like a small circle. But yeah, America just two people was enough where they play like random games and Discord and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I feel American, they have so much big venues.
Yeah, they do.
Then they can attract community events and have people that don't just play the main events.
Yeah, like
They
combo
just want
breaker.
to have a full fighting games weekend.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like a fighting game convention, right? Yeah.
American events are more like that, and I think it's good. It's like a celebration of fighting games instead of just a competitive tournaments in your main game.
Yeah.
Americans live differently fighting games, I think.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. So, there was a period that you posted a lot about Muay Thai. Are you still doing Muay Thai?
So this year is the first year I'm not practicing
Muay Thai, yeah.
Because there was such a busy year.
Busy year for gaming and everything.
Tekken and
Yes, Tekken and everything.
yeah, Tekken. Learning a new game is taking so much time.
Yeah.
That you have to sacrifice something. So this year I was like, oh, I don't have the time to do everything. Like Thunder Fury is coming, there will be 2XKO, there's Tekken new
so
season,
much.
3vs6 new season.
Yeah.
I was not too much this year. So I had Muay Thai for 3 years, then 1 year kickboxing, and before that I'd had French boxing for 7 years.
Oh wow! So okay.
So this year is the only one I'm not practicing.
Have you ever participated in like an official fight or just only practice?
Only practice, but my teacher, they always say that I would have a level to compete if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And they always ask me, do you want me to register for you? I'm like, no.
Well, like, is it more of like you're scared or?
I'm not scared. I would have loved to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's in weekend.
Weekend.
And the weekends are very precious because of the tournaments, because of all the work I do in the French conventions where I get paid to play.
Yeah.
So, do I want to sacrifice this money I will never get in Muay Thai?
What if you became the champion?
I would not earn that much money.
No?
In France, no.
Oh, I guess you would have to move to Thailand or something.
Yeah, I would need to move and sacrifice a lot more things.
Yeah.
And my priority is fighting games.
Yeah.
So if I decide to be like a very competitor in Muay Thai, I need to put all the time I'm putting in fighting games into training Muay Thai. And all the weekends where I should go in tournaments for fighting games, I would fight in Muay Thai. So I thought about that and I'm like, yeah, but I earn money from my sponsors and from, events in France. If I don't go there, I don't earn money.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I have to pay the bills.
I mean, you're on the grind.
I have to pay many things.
Yeah, you're on the grind.
So I cannot just do that for a hobby and sacrifice all my weekends because I would lose money. But I wish I could.
Yeah, I always wondered because I feel like a lot of people that practice Muay Thai or like any type of martial arts, I always wondered, are they gonna do a fight, right? So
they are very dedicated. I think you really need to train a lot, and because you have a coach that puts a lot of efforts and time for you to win.
Oh, you don't want
to lose his time too.
Exactly.
No. So I would feel very bad.
I want you to teach me French, right?
Oh gosh.
How do you say you are free?
Tu es gratuit.
Tu es gratuit?
Tu es gratuit.
Tu es gratuit.
Oui. Yes.
Tu es gratuit.
Ouais.
Sounds like a Pokemon. It does. Tu es gratuit. It doesn't. It sounds like a new Pokemon. Tu es gratuit, like a plant Pokemon. Tu es gratuit.
C'est gratuit.
Tu es gratuit. That's you are free?
Yeah, you are free.
Oh, I'm gonna say that.
Tu es gratuit. Or you can do
gratuit.
shorter and say t'es gratuit.
T'es gratuit. Am I saying it right? T'es gratuit?
That's okay.
It's like Tiger Knee. T'es gratuit.
Oh my god. Tiger Knee.
It sounds like Tiger Knee. T'es gratuit. T'es gratuit. All right. I'm gonna say that to some people in Rebel Kumite this weekend.
Try to say that.
T'es gratuit.
Yeah, but you have to say that after they lose.
After they lose.
So that there's some context.
All right. So if a French player loses while I'm commentating, I'm gonna be like, "Tu es gratuit?"
Oh, yes.
Right?
Like that? Yeah, trick or treat.
Trick or treat?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, all right. I got you. Thank you. Okay.
Oh.
So now I have one more question for you. You did all this stuff. Obviously, you have such a huge resume for like your success and even your lifestyle. What do you want to do next? Like, what's after? When do you retire? Or if you retire?
Oh, if I retire.
Or do you have one? Do you have other things that you still want to accomplish?
I have a studio now.
Yes.
Yes. So I think it cost me like $30,000 to do that.
Okay.
And because when you want to rent something in Paris, it would cost you like $5,000
Yeah.
to just have a studio to shoot some content,
Yeah.
some tournaments. So when people told me, yeah, pay us $5,000 to have a studio for one day, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I should do my own studio.
Yeah.
Actually.
Do your own studio.
So I did that. It took like 2 years.
Mm.
But now I'm really free to organize whatever I want. You know, it's like invitational, show matches,
Yeah.
discussions, interviews. And that's what I want to do. So put on the line a lot of more players.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. Yeah.
I see like, you know, when you travel for a tournament, you spend a lot of money and you spend thousands of bucks to play there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not streamed.
Yeah.
Nobody sees you.
Nobody sees
Nobody
you.
sees
Exactly.
you.
If you lose, you get washed.
You can drown of
You know, trick or treat. Yeah. Yeah.
You can be good, but be gratuit in this tournament, you know? And nobody sees you. The sponsor is disappointed and they don't sign the over year for you.
Yeah.
So I want to have a place where the players can play a long time,
Yeah.
have a much more screen time, and have more time to get to know them.
Yeah.
Like being able to interview them, know their life, how they see the game. Yeah, much more time with the players and international players that would come to my place to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next time I would love to.
Yeah.
So have you like
yes, I definitely
interview.
would. Maybe when I come to Evil Friends, I'll stop by. I don't know how to transit this. Do I go to Paris first and then go to Nice? Like, is that like?
So from Paris we have to take a plane.
Okay, so it's a connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you have a connecting flight.
Yeah. So maybe I'll come to Paris like 2 days before, and go to your
then you go to
studios,
my
and then go to
studio.
Nice.
Yes, I
Right?
would love that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Something like this.
Yeah.
But I'm also still a competitor.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to be good in Tekken now.
You want to be good in this Tekken?
Okay,
This Tekken?
So this Tekken, I don't know when the interview will be
Yeah,
updated.
and maybe there's a change
But
already.
the season 2 patch right now is a disaster.
Yeah.
It's really the chaos. So I know the developers are working hard to make things better.
Yeah.
And I want more something like season 1,
Yeah.
but with the top 5 characters a bit nerfed.
Adjusted. Yeah.
Adjusted. To me, it was okay like this, but they made a total new game with 10 different new moves per characters, so many new mechanics.
Yeah.
So it looks like a fresh new game. So busted right now.
Rainbow Edition.
Yeah. Yes. So I don't know what it will go. I don't know what it's going to be, but Tekken is the closest to Soulcalibur
Until Virtua Fighter
Virtua Fighter
comes out.
So I feel close to 3D game because I love Soulcalibur.
Yeah, that was where you started. Yeah.
And Street Fighter, I like.